Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, we are talking about the difference between nakeds, rollouts, and bootlegs. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into this video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. It is a great way to support the channel. In fact, it's never been cheaper. We also have never had more video content over there. So if you dig the YouTube channel, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. Really in-depth, nuanced, detailed, deep dives into all of your favorite film studies. So fired up for you to hop over there, become a member. I sincerely appreciate the support. As for this video, let's get into it. So the idea for this video came from Power to the People at the Quarterback School on Twitter. Don't think this is deep enough for a video breakdown, but why do so many rollouts / bootlegs usually put a rusher right in a quarterback's face when he turns around? I hit him back with, I might video this. To me, it's different play types deal with the edge differently. Naked keepers versus bootlegs and or play actions. So to answer the question, I think it's important to get on the same page as far as terms. In the question, Power to the People talked about rollouts and bootlegs. Now, rollouts and bootlegs are not synonymous to me, and I think it's important to kind of define the terms. And these are not 100% universal, but for the purpose of this video and how I think it's best to understand universal ball, it's as close as I can get. So rollouts and bootlegs are not the same thing. In short, all the things that we're going to be talking about are moving the landmark. So the quarterback is not going to be in the pocket. They're either going to be rolling out, staying on the move, or having the capacity to potentially set up. Not always the same thing. Some protections have different rules for the quarterback's launch point, so they can be fluid. But I'm going to try to break it down and just kind of better understand what the terms are so we can know what the hell we're watching and talking about. So the question really asks, why is there someone always in the quarterback's face on rollouts and bootlegs? I would argue that there isn't and there shouldn't be, but how I get there is going to basically depend on how we're blocking the edge. So the edge to me for an offensive formation is going to be right outside the tackle. There can be a tight end there, there could be a wing there, there can be a back there, there can be a sniffer there, but essentially how we're blocking the edge of the offensive line is how we're going to define a lot of these terms. So if no one's blocking the edge, so say we're faking a run to the left, no one's blocking the edge on the right, that to me is a naked. Some systems call it a keeper. Some use them differently depending on if there's a tight end back there, if someone's securing the edge and then getting out late, like a late flat. But for the purpose of this video, if no one's blocking the edge, that is a naked or keeper. Now, if someone's blocking the edge and everyone is essentially trying to secure the side that we're going to on a rollout or a sprint out, it will often be interchangeably used. That to me is more move the launch point, roll out, sprint out. So it's less kind of play fake associated with a naked or a keeper and more quarterback just rolling out to one side where we're going to secure the edge. And then a bootleg to me is usually securing an edge and it's off of more of a play action type vibe. Okay, so that's three things that I want to make sure I go back over so that we're on the same page. The one that I think the question is talking about are nakeds and keepers, where no one's blocking the edge and you potentially have a defender right in the quarterback's face if they don't fall for the fake. And that's why in videos you'll often hear me say and draw, hey, you got to get vertical depth coming out of the play action fake on a naked or a keeper, because there's potentially, worst case scenario, someone hard charging the exchange and can blow up the quarterback. So you're playing for the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is edge defender running right at the quarterback, not buying the fake, quarterback getting depth and essentially throwing it away. That is naked keeper. Rollout sprint out world is usually someone is securing the edge, whether it's a tackle or a tight end or a back, someone's blocking the edge and we're moving the launch point. All of these move the launch point, but some of them, the sprint out rollout usually doesn't have a play action element. Not always, usually. And then bootleg to me is more hard run fake. We're securing the edge most likely, and we're pulling offensive linemen to that side as well. So there's kind of three different families. And so understanding how we're taking care of the edge is how you understand why potentially there might be a defender in a quarterback's face. For me personally, I think it's important to carry all of those edge protections in a game. Maybe not every single week, but certainly in your system. I personally am a big fan of securing the edge. Now, that's coming from someone who at the high school level call plays strictly at a gun. I think the naked keeper world is not quite as good at a gun. Some people may disagree. I personally think it's a lot better under center, and why you see it so often in the league under center. That being said, I think there's a lot of value to moving the landmark for the quarterback, to helping the offensive line. Now, the offensive line teaching points are a little bit different on all of those. Quickly, naked keeper world for me is offensive line is going what I'm used to calling elephants on parade. They're all going away from the call. So if we're nakeding to my right, all the offensive line is looking like elephants on parade. I think the call for us at the high school level was elephants to the left, rhinos to the right. If we're doing sprint out rollout, that to me is more we're capturing the front side gap. So if we're rolling or sprinting out to the right, my right, the offensive line pass protection unit is going to try to capture the gap to their right. It's not a gap protection per se. It's more of a almost like a jump pivot where you're going to try to capture that gap to the play side. And then potentially there could be a free runner off the backside if there's too many players. That's why oftentimes sprint out, roll out, you have to stay on the run, or it's buyer beware for the quarterback if they set up, because potentially you could have someone free off the backside. Bootleg world to me is a little bit more block the run, secure the edge, hopefully pull an offensive lineman to be a personal protector. And then the other one that I didn't talk about that wasn't really referred to in the question that I like and that I see a lot more, I feel recently, is what I'm used to calling dash protection. Dash protection is another way to handle the edge. That is where essentially the offensive line full slides away from the call. The quarterback catches it, sets up like he's going to throw from the pocket, and then intentionally rolls out to one side or the other. Usually the play side will overset. The sniffer or the edge player will overset, inviting an inside pass rush, and they'll seal it. The back usually comes from the backside, coming across as the personal protector. If there's no one there to block, no hot issue, usually runs a flat. I will show video of all of these. Again, I think it's important to know the difference, but to realize the answer to the question is that usually on nakeds or keepers, you have the potential to have someone flash in the quarterback's face. Almost every other move the launch point that we're going to talk about is going to secure the edge. So how you handle the edge really impacts how the quarterbacks need to learn how to play these things. Again, the examples we're going to show here on film of the high school that I coached at in San Diego for 3 years, how we handled it. I, again, prefer to move the launch point to take shots down the field. So a lot of these will be shots down the field or kind of critical third or fourth downs on the sprint out rollout, just to make sure you alleviate some of the issues for the offensive line, make the quarterback be able to kind of clean up maybe some of the reads, 1 to 2 to run, those types of things. So it alleviates a lot of issues, but you have to be able to secure the edge. If you can't secure the edge, naked keeper world, well then it really kind of defeats the purpose of moving the landmark, because now you just have brought the pressure right to the quarterback's face. So again, the essence of this thing is understanding how we're protecting the edge, and then being multiple with how we handle the edge and how we present and threaten the edge. So let's dive into some film here. All right, video evidence here wise, we're going to start with sprints or rollouts. So for us at the high school level, we did a lot of peak tempo. You'll see them peek to the sideline, try to find me for the signal. We're going to get into 2x2, run a sprint out to the right, the receiver up top. Now this is 4th and 9. The receiver up top's running a wheel comeback. So out, up, comeback. Our quarterback does a really nice job of throwing this thing with some anticipation. But again, see the edge up top. We're securing the edge. We've got the sniffer and the back. So great protection. And just for fun, this is some awesome anticipation. Watch the quarterback get downhill, touch the 40, come downhill. Look when he looks, his arms are separated right there. And that wide receiver up top is not out of the comeback yet. So the idea being that we're going to be able to come up here, run this wheel up, come back, get past the sticks, and then come back down. We're throwing it with anticipation, and we're going to be able to get right past the sticks. Different depths for this depending on where it is on the field, but this is a really nice job execution-wise for us. Week 1, put it right on him. Outstanding. From the back here, theoretically, you would want all the offensive linemen to be jumping to their right or left to secure the gap to their play side. And we didn't do a whole lot of sprint out rollouts. We didn't spend a whole lot of time doing this. But in short, the only open gap should be off the left shoulder of 42 on our right. We used to call it a waterfall technique on the backside. Get downhill, secure the front side, throw a nice little touch wheel comeback. Now we run the heck out of this play. I'm only going to show the wheel comebacks here. This is down in the red zone. The landmark for this changed from the depth to now, I want to say like 2 yards inside the end zone. So we're going to run it to our right. Same formation-ish. 12 personnel, secure the edge. Different quarterback, different players, different year. Really nice job. This actually should have been a touchdown. See your boy in the yellow there. There was actually someone filming right down the sideline, one of the news cameras. Referees don't like it when you send them this type of video. But for us, we're going, how are we securing the edge to the right? Well, we're protecting the edge. We've got a big old tight end, and we've got a back. So we're moving the launch point. So just technique-wise here, or responsibility-wise, everyone essentially has the play side gap. So if we're going to the right, everyone's got the play side gap. And then if no one's on your gap on the backside, you're almost like shuffling like a waterfall. So you make this thing almost look like a big door hinge. And then the tailbacks got the outside gap, and we should be good to go. There should never be any issue here because we're keeping so many eligibles in to secure the edge. And then I like this double move play to be able to take a shot and know exactly where they're coming out. Really nice red zone play. We used it a lot on critical down and distance, 3rd and long, 4th and long. This is to the left. Same play now to the left. Again, check the anticipation out from the quarterback. Get downhill, carve it. Once he let it go, he's separated right there. You can see the eligible up top coming out of it. On the comeback, not yet. Now, you got to be able to secure the ball. Corner does a nice job ripping it out. That part of it was a bummer this game. Way too many turnovers. But for us, we're talking about securing the left edge. So you can go to do it to the right, do it to the left. The tailback here actually does know what he's doing. He should be outside the sniffer. So if you can see the high school footage here, tough to see sometimes, but this player right here, the tailback, should be right here on the hip pocket of the sniffer, not inserting up here. That's just not knowing what's going on. Fighting that at every level. Got to overcome your coaching there. But nice job from the quarterback. Again, really nice anticipation. Right on him. Everything but securing the ball. Tough one. Go make a tackle. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, let it wash over you. I appreciate the support for the channel. I really do. We've got hats available now. We'll see how long they last. If you're interested, link is in the video description. We also already talked about the Quarterback School Patreon community. I sincerely appreciate all the patrons. It means a lot to me. Get over there, become a member. Thank you. We also have a number of deep dive courses. So if you dig this kind of content, you dig the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the different courses. We've got courses on RPOs, tempos, how to beat every coverage, pass protection. We even have an entire offensive system. So if you're interested in any and all of those things, the links are in the video description. I appreciate it. We also have some free resources available, lots of stuff. Dive into it. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you want to see next. I appreciate you. As for this video, let's get back to it. So now we're going to get into the naked keeper world. And again, I already mentioned that we were an all-gun team, which to me really limits the effectiveness of the naked keeper world. But you can see here, there's nobody blocking the edge. Now we've got all sorts of issues on this play. We didn't do a whole lot of nakeds for this reason. I just felt like we just weren't very good at it. I also really struggled to get the quarterbacks to do what I consider the patience of this play, which is to me is almost like a 2 shuffle, or at least a long 1 shuffle to the right. But if this is naked to the offense's right, our left, the offensive line should be going elephants. Okay, so elephants on parade. It should look like 5 big guys going this way. Quarterback-wise, we're going to fake it on the jet sweep, and then we're going to have the tailback out into the flat. We carried a bunch of different naked rolls, even though we didn't run them very much. I personally would love to see the quarterback go, catch it, shuffle, shuffle, come out vertically with a plan to handle the edge. Worst case scenario, you throw it to the flat's feet. That's how I would love to do it. Easier said than done. Again, no one is blocking anybody outside the edge. So this is the edge. So anybody who comes off the edge, if two people come, one person comes, you want them to bite on that fake. Unfortunately, right here, they've essentially got two people in the space. We go fast with the fake. Now he's a good enough athlete to make it work. You can see the over here going mailbox right there. Now, if the over would stay flat, maybe he completes this ball, but the over gets a little bit of depth here. You can watch the depth here kind of fall off. Dangerous play, shelf. Next one here, different year, similar type play. We're going to fake the jet sweep again, this time to the slot. We're in a little bit of a different formation. This time we're going to go from 0x4 to 2x2 wing slot. The wing is going to go on a hide flat or sneak flat or slide back across. This to me is probably my favorite way to do it at the high school level. Go from the back to the slide. Now again, quarterback can't overcome his coaching to be able to get any sort of depth. He goes out of it flat. So fake it, get depth. You fake it, get depth here, you have an opportunity to make a play. I'm not sure there would be a good play. So that's what we're faking. I would love to see him go one shuffle, two shuffle, vertical until it's clear and then downhill, as opposed to catch, flash fake, out flat. Because now this edge defender is right in your space and you don't let anything else develop. So reads wise here, we were one in the flat, but I was calling this play for this player to get the slide, especially in the red area. So if you can just get a little bit of depth, it almost turns into like a shovel pass. We couldn't work it out. Again, I couldn't navigate the edge well enough. One of the very few kind of super negatives for me about the spread offense gun world is just you lose this ability to capture these naked keepers on the edge because they can see the ball. So again, we are a peak tempo team. Go from 0x4 to 2x2 wing. Look at all the people moving. Thank you. We're trying to go away from 92. See the flash fake here from the quarterback as opposed to a shuffle. I think if he shuffles here, there's a chance that slide or sneak flat comes open late or early, actually. Whoop. Flat, nothing, throw away. Tough. Same play, different game. This time we hit the sneak flat for a touchdown. So watch that backside wing up top, 42. He's going to be coming across running the flat. The back is also in the flat as 1. So 1 to 2. Again, we're navigating the edge. No one's blocking the edge. The offensive line is yelling elephants. There it is. So nice when it works out like that. This is a 2-minute situation, I think. Again, too fast with the fake for me. Everybody scores there. From the back here, we can see the offensive line going elephants. So everybody should be going to our left. They are all communicating. Elephants, elephants, elephants. Again, peak tempo. No one's blocking 6, the edge player to the right. So we got to beat him with the action and the back. Quick fake, too quick. Offensive line, somewhat doing elephants. I'm not sure it looks exactly like I'd love it to look. Nice job finding the slide or sneak flat. Touchdown. All right, so we did the rollouts. We just did the nakeds. Now we're going to do the bootlegs. So we're securing the edge and we're pulling an offensive guard or an offensive lineman as the personal protector. This time we run a little go with an out. Nice little touchdown, easy. But again, how you get there matters. You can see the tight end of our bunch. He's securing the edge. Boom. We're pulling the backside guard as that kind of personal protector. The quarterback can set up if he wants. He doesn't have to. It's up to him. Buyer beware on the backside. But again, we're changing the landmark. We're not doing a straight drop back. This time we're securing the edge and pulling an offensive lineman with a little play action fake. Nice ball on the move. Touchdown. Again, this was one of our pass protections that I used a lot for shots down the field. These are all big shots down the field, whether they're in the red zone or out in the middle between the 20s. You can see your boy in the yellow hat here signaling at the bottom. We're going to run like a sail concept down here to the bottom. The slot's going to fake the over, come out of it. To me, that's close to wide ass open. A really nice route from our slot. Pass protection wise, we're securing the edge. We actually keep both tight ends in this time. This is a 0x4 formation. So double secure the edge with the wing. Here comes the guard. Love it. Now, again, we could run the ball really well, so it makes these play action bootlegs that much more of a threat. But the pass protection here was really nice. We had multiple ways to secure the edge. This time, both tight ends are in. This is a playoff game for us. Got it going early. Can only see the inline tight end on the right. You can see both tight ends there, 1 and 45. They're both going to secure the edge. We're going to have pull the left guard. So now we're like ultimate edging here. So no one's there for the quarterback. No one around that fake cross sail. Love it. Next one here, we're going to do the same thing. Going to the right. So whether you call this bootleg, waggle, we're going to secure the edge with either one or both tight ends. We're going to pull the backside guard, play fake. This time we hit a backside post. We're running switch double post on the backside. Our number 1 receiver gets mauled, crushed at the line of scrimmage. We're going to throw a big backside post up top for a touchdown. So the thing for me here, this was a great way for us to take shots down the field because it allowed us to have so much time to throw it. But watch the edge. So secure the edge right there. Nice job from our inline tight end. Quarterback, if you're going to stop your feet, it's buyer beware. So you might get hit because we got people coming from the backside unblocked. They can't hold on forever. So you'll really be able to see that kind of edge. He takes a big shot, but he's able to get it off. So 42 is out. 1, the tight end is in. He's securing the edge. He's got the big boy block. So he's got to jump secure 92. There it is. Invite him inside. Outstanding from our tight end 1. And then you got to hold on. You potentially have that left guard coming across as your personal protector. If there's nobody there, he can seal back and help you. Now, he's not the quickest cat in the world, but he had a good knack for getting out there and getting a piece of somebody. Then if you're going to set your feet, that might happen. So this is a big boy throw way down the field. Takes a big shot right on him. Big play. Next one here, this time out of 11 personnel, we're going to secure the edge again. Another shot down the field. This time we're faking the corner, going to the post. So watching the tight end secure the edge. It's all about what we're doing with the edge, the play side edge to our side, to the right. Not perfect, gets enough of him, but it allows us to take a shot down the field. Again, this is one of my favorite plays where you come up here, come up like you're going to run to the corner, and then you got all this field. And if it's any sort of man or this backside safety and this corner do not fall off, so if they're running with this crosser, here we got a little crosser coming across. If these guys run, we have all this space. So the quarterback literally can throw it anywhere over here. This was a massive play for us to one of our best players in the slot. Way to take a shot down the field. Again, it's all about how you secure the edge. Nice job setting his feet. Again, pretty open. Got to score there, dog. Yikes. But again, I really love the ability for us to secure the edge, move the launch point. Again, threaten the edge, whether it be the run game, pass protection, make life difficult on the edge, and take shots down the field. Yeah, baby. Don't stop your feet, though. Get in the end zone. Last one here. This was the dash I was talking about. So just another way to threaten the edge. So we've already seen the ability to roll out, to naked it, to leave it unblocked, to bootleg it, to secure it, and bring an offensive lineman. And this is dash. So we sat on this for a long time. Didn't want to show it till this was our championship game. Big play down the field. Nice double move, stutter comeback, massive throw, big time. So what is the play? Just another way to deal with this edge. Again, this edge to me was their best player on defense. So dash protection to me tells this entire offensive line unit that we're blocking full slide protection. So they've got the gap to their left. Everybody's got the gap to their left because we're doing dash right. So for the quarterback, dash is catch it, quick set. If for some reason you think you're getting all out pressure, I think we built in like a slant you could throw here with one step. If that's not the case, then we're going to roll out. and we're going to try to take a big shot down the field. The big boy block for one of our best players here was right here on the edge. So this block, you want to overset and invite an inside move. Once you invite the inside move, you pin him. So you try to pin him down so he thinks he's going to go get a sack because the quarterback is right here, then we're out. The other important part of this is the back. So the back is coming across and he's got any edge pressure. So say for some reason the nickel here blitzed off the edge. We wouldn't have to throw hot to the play side. We would only have to throw hot off the backside if we wanted to. So pressure off the edge here is not the sniffer's responsibility. He's only dealing with the C-gap overset. So he pins, the back comes across. If there's pressure here, he's got to blunt this thing and eat it. If there's not, then he's into the flat. It's kind of a check down. And then we're taking big shots down the field. I think on this play, we ran stutter comeback with maybe like a sail or a shake or some sort of post corner here, trying to get the ball here. But again, this was something we sat on for a long time just because we were so in depth on what we were doing in the edge, in the run game, in the pass protection world. Great job from our tight end. Big throw from our quarterback. Big hookup down the field. Good way to get it started. Again, from the back, you can really see, watch the quarterback's footwork here to be able to catch it, set, and then go. So again, peak tempo. I love peak tempo at the high school level. A lot of moving parts here. This is a call we had practiced for months, but we had never showed in a game. There it is. So watch the quarterback catch, set, go. Watch the sniffer on our left, number 1 on 85. Out, in, pin. Got him. Set your feet, let it rip. Big shot, big play. Again, threatening the edge with multiple different ways to attack the edge in pass protection and move the launch point. So that is a wrap on the what is the difference between nakeds, rollouts, keepers, sprints, bootlegs. In essence, in short, how are we handling the edge? Is someone protecting the edge? Are we securing the edge? Are we inviting pressure to the edge? Is no one securing the edge? And then we need to have a plan for a worst case scenario, a threat off the edge. So all of those things allow you to kind of bucket the different types of move the landmark pass protections. I think it's important to carry all of them. Maybe you don't have to carry all of them depending on what level of ball you're at. But for me, it's a nice, easy way to alleviate pressure on the offensive line, move the landmark for the quarterback, maybe clean things up outside the pocket for reads. All of those things usually go for big explosive plays. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.